quiet hum inside me when the morning finds my hands. Somewhere past the fading towns, the world begins again. I don't need a map to tell me what my heartbeat wants to find. Just a line made of silence and a sky that feels like mine. And the border opens wide, like a thought I never said. Something shifts behind my eyes as the old life turns to thread. Every mile becomes a whisper, pulling softly from inside. I am following the echo of the place I go to hide. I can feel the day unfolding in the shimmer of the air. Not a promise, not a warning, just a road that leaves me bare. There's a truth behind the ridges that I'm learning not to chase. Some horizons on a distance, they're a kind of inner space. And the border opens wide, like a thought I never said. Something shifts behind my eyes as the old life turns to thread. Every mile becomes a whisper, pulling softly from inside. I am following the echo of the place I go to hide. Maybe freedom isn't breaking, maybe freedom is a curve, where the world bends into wonder and becomes what you deserve. If the wind rewrites my story, let it leave the fear behind. I am lighter than I started, carrying nothing but my mind. And the border opens wide when the noise begins to fade. I can hear a different voice now in the quiet that I've made. Every mile remains a whisper, calling gently from inside. And I follow what awakens, where the border opens wide. secret, spilling fire across the air. Shapes of thought begin to loosen, softly shifting away. There's a shimmer in the silence, like a doorway made of light. Something waiting to be noticed in the warmth of rising sight. In the heat between places, I feel something waking slow. Every shadow bends to softness, every fear begins to let go. There's a quiet kind of healing that the daylight seems to teach, where the heart can breathe in colors that the night could never reach. That the night could never reach. Stories, some unfinished, some untold. Some are wrapped in gentle longing, some in memories I still hold. And the day reshapes my edges as the hours stretch and bend, turning questions into murmurs only stillness can defend. In the heat between places, I feel something waking slow. Every shadow bends to softness, every fear begins to let go. There's a quiet kind of healing that the daylight seems to teach, where the heart can breathe in colorless in the night that never reach. That lives between, where the soul keeps gentle lanterns lit for those it's never seen, and a voice inside the brightness whispers truths I can't define, shaping echoes of a future that could one day meet with mine. In the heat between places, something lost becomes renewed. Every warmth returns to meaning, every doubt grows less imbued. And I move through open brightness with a calm I can't conceal, finding pieces of the person that I'm learning how to heal. I'm learning how to heal. pull too tight. Not a warning, not a memory, just a shift beneath the sight. Every thought begins to sharpen, every breath aligns in place, and the pulse inside my chest starts to settle into pace. Something moves without permission, like a spark behind the eyes. Kinetic silence rising, attention built to break. I feel the static gather, then dissolve without a trace. In the space between the moments, something deeper comes awake. A piece of me returning to the shape it longed to take. There are stories made of metal, etching corners of the vein. Quiet scars of things unspoken, echoed soft beneath the strain. But the surge becomes a compass, and the stillness turns to fire, drawing out the voice inside me that the world could not retire. Something lifts without a warning, like a thought that finally lands. Kinetic silence rising, attention built to break. I feel the static gather, then dissolve without a trace. In the space between the moments, something deeper comes awake. A piece of me returning to the shape it longed to take. Not every change is violent, not every truth arrives in sound. Some awaken like a rhythm from the fractures underground. Kinetic silence rising, a quiet force, a shift, a spark. And I move within that pressure as it carves a brand new mark. In the space between the moments, something steady learns to rise. And I follow that emergence with unbroken open eyes. Some places shift the cadence of the thoughts beneath the skin. Hear the colors bend the daylight, pulling something out from within. Every ridge repeats a question that I thought I'd left behind. And the air becomes a doorway to a corner of my mind. In the valley of echoed steps, I hear pieces of my name. Not the ones the world remembers, but the ones untouched by blame. There's a rhythm made of distance, a confession in the clay, and it moves beneath my breathing as the red earth turns the day. Some memories keep their edges, some dissolve without like shifting shadows when a deeper truth is found, and the canyon holds its voices from the names it never knew, letting quiet revelations rise in unexpected hue. In the valley of echoed steps, I hear pieces of my name, not the ones the world remembers, but the ones untouched by blame. There's a rhythm made of distance, a confession in the clay, and it moves beneath my breathing as the red earth turns the day. Maybe it's a form of air, shaping who we are becoming when we learn what we can bear. In the valley of echoed steps, I feel something shift and stay. Every color carves a memory, every breath remakes the way, and I rise inside the quiet where the hidden parts connect. In the valley that remembers what the heart longs to protect. The wind folds through the branches like a line of quiet thread. Every step becomes a marker for the things I've left unsaid. There's a warmth inside the stillness, there's a tremble in the plain, as if something long forgotten tries to surface once again, where the clay remembers softly. I can feel my edges clear, all the fragments I've been carrying, find a place that draws them near. In the hush between the heartbeats, something deeper starts to rise, and the world grows wide and gentle as it settles in my eyes. There are truths that walk beside me, even when I don't recall. Some appear in sudden colors, some in echoes faint and small, and the valley holds its patience for the stories yet to bloom, letting quiet revelations touch the spaces with their room, where the clay remembers softly. I can feel my edges clear, all the fragments I've been carrying, find a place that draws them near. In the hush between the heartbeats, something deeper starts to rise, and the world grows wide and gentle as it settles in my eyes. Maybe peace is is grown in layers, not in bursts or sudden flame. Shaped by hands we never notice, formed by shadows without name. Where the clay remembers softly, I feel something change its form. All the weight I held in silence moves from heavy into a warm. And I walk into the open with a mind that's learning grace, where the clay remembers softly what the heart could not erase. Mm-hmm.